back. Bravo two takers. All right, so today we are going to get into the Louisville Wake Forest game. We got that coming up. I got my co-host Key here.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So hey, we're gonna hop right into it. So Louisville's on a winning streak right now.
Nine. Nine in a row to be
Nine
exact.
straight. So hey, I'm not saying it's gonna go the rest of the season, but I will be perfectly
I'm
fine.
saying it is. I'm not saying we're gonna win exactly every game, but then again, I am.
He's saying we're gonna keep this momentum. I'm assuming going in through the rest of the season. So today we're gonna come with something a little bit different. We're gonna preview the game. This is coming off. I haven't watched a whole lot of Wake Forest basketball this year,
Mm-hmm.
but I will say Wake Forest Duke. It was a good little example of what type of game we're gonna have. Now, you know how I feel about wanting that get back with Duke. I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah,
they
yeah.
say
We need that. Their record definitely should be 8-1 right now.
just saying, and when you
As far as ACC, my bad. I gotta put the. Y'all know what I'm
you're
saying.
saying we should be switching them around, but
Basically,
when I think about it, I mean, I would be perfectly fine with getting matched up with Duke in the ACC tournament. This isn't, just the fan talking here. It's just me watching basketball. We're the hottest
yeah.
team, and really, probably one of the hottest teams in the country right now.
In the
Top
country,
three.
definitely.
I mean, there's a few of them up there. Auburn's doing their thing right now. Duke's hot right now. They're on a little
Yeah,
winning streak. But I mean, when it comes tournament time, anybody can get got.
that's a fact.
That's all I'm gonna say. It's about who you get matched up with and how you
Yeah.
come to play that day. But
We all know
strictly,
about them Cinderella teams. Not to cut you off.
no. Them Cinderellas are gonna show up. That's why I mean anybody can get
Yeah,
got. You
anybody.
could
Yeah,
have
that's
a
what I'm saying.
one seed lose in the first round this
Yeah,
year.
this is a fact.
That's a definite possibility. But today we're just gonna get into the Wake Forest game. Having a whole week off,
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna be nice. They need
It's
it,
great for the
especially.
team.
It's good for the team. We're thin right now, so
Waterman coming back, hopefully.
Waterman should be back. We're gonna see how his hands doing.
Another body in rotation.
We need the depth. We need the depth. I mean, Wake
Definitely.
Forest plays a little bit more of a traditional lineup, so they're gonna have a
Yeah.
true big man out there, a couple guards, couple wings.
Yeah.
Ty Johnson, former Louisville legend,
Yeah, that's
be
tough.
out there hooping. But based off of this season, I can
Mm-hmm.
say he's probably gonna do some type of something out there.
Yeah. He's gonna attempt to show why he maybe should still have a Louisville jersey on.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm okay with that. As long
Yeah.
as we come out with that dub, make it 10 straight, I'm all good with him playing some type of basketball. I'm not going to sit here and want to roll over everybody.
Yeah, facts.
I'm okay with, busting every single team we play. But sometimes there's lessons in between the game.
Yeah, we definitely need to blow them out though, for sure.
We do.
It's gonna be a packed out house at the Yum Center.
Yeah,
for sure.
We've had the last couple games, excluding the last game, which was SMU. We've had some favorable matchups where we
was the underdogs.
We was the in my opinion, we was the favorites. But against SMU, we were the underdogs.
We was the underdogs.
Like,
yeah,
that was like a 5-point dog. Like it did not go that way. So if your last name's Smith, and you shoot threes at SMU Stadium, that you just keep shooting.
I'll make it. Rain on. Come on now.
He's gotta have grown up like Bob into that.
Come on now.
Imagine him being like, I've never even heard the song like
type shit. You dead wrong. You dead wrong. You dead wrong.
I will say this is actually a big game for him. He's gonna have some open shots, but this team is longer, so it's not gonna be any there's not gonna be a whole lot of I don't expect Hadley to go crazy in this game. He's gonna have his solid.
In my opinion, I expect him to go crazy because the way that the matchups look from us being able to watch the Wake Forest Duke game, I don't, you know what I'm saying? In the way that we do our offense, we make sure it's not necessarily 5 out, but it mainly is. And due to that, once they dump that ball down there, it's the 2-man weave in and out, going to the corners. that's deadly. We've been killing teams with that here lately. So if Hadley does get that advantage down there, if they do try to come down with 55, I really don't remember his name. I don't need to. He's not on Louisville's team, but yeah.
I mean, that's how coach is.
Yeah.
He'll be like, look, number 84, he'll get some rebounds for you. I don't know what the hell his name is.
Yeah,
he ain't gonna say hell. He don't say no.
But yeah, man. But I feel. Then again, I feel what you're saying too. You're probably saying I'm not trying to give you your words, but you're probably saying like the way we're about to beat them, it's gonna be a whole team.
Yeah, it's
effort,
gonna be a team effort.
Team effort.
And, I mean, when you really get down to the science of how this run's been going, it depends on the matchup on who's gonna get off that game.
Right.
Ray Smith has been pretty consistent. Chucky and Terrence have both had some up and downs.
Teeter-tot.
Yeah, last couple of games they've not been scoring crazy. I'm not counting. There's been a couple of in betweens, but they both had a little bit of a cold spell. I would expect this a solid all around team game. I will say I think that like Wake Forest has like they definitely are pushing the pace in the game, and I think that's going to hurt them because you want to kind of play a
slow tempo game.
The way that Tennessee kind of came at us, where it's you want to control the tempo in your way, but you want to get good shots and just break down the defense. The thing is, this is not the same team. Pat Kelsey has definitely adjusted. I don't think it's going to be a cakewalk for either team. I think it's going to be a scrappy one, and I do expect us to come out on top. Looking at the way that Wake Forest Duke game went, I would expect. I'm gonna say
you're giving a score.
I would say us 93, them 80, Wake Forest 84, 93-84. I think we make the right plays around the 3-minute mark and kind of don't let up after that point.
Okay, I'm jigging with that. My opinion, I say the score goes 82-68.
Okay.
Louisville, of course.
So you're kind of more calling us getting hot from three.
I'm saying once we get hot from three, that opens up the lane. The lane looks scary, especially if our guards is being able to run straight downhill and get that isolation. Because the thing about what makes Edwards so cold to me, and you be speaking highly on him, what makes him so cold to me, bro, is how he can get to the basket and to the rim as if he's 6'8".
He's crafty.
You know what I'm saying? And then be in front of the rim, patient, float up in the rim. Like, that's if it's that type of game, run, it's over with. That's all I'm saying. It's gonna be a packed out house, bro, and that Louisville energy, bro, our fans really do bring that much more. You know what I'm saying? We travel everywhere as it is, but at the Yum Center, it's back popping. Shout out to, like you said, Pat Kelsey. Yeah, man, it's gonna be a good. It's going to be a good game. I'm not saying it's not gonna be a good game. We're not just gonna run through them, but I'm saying like we gonna figure it out quick.
Yeah. I mean, they're gonna need us definitely for that game. We're gonna try to make it out to it. It's gonna depend on some work schedule stuff, but I with it being at Louisville, we gotta show up at this one. I know it's a Tuesday game.
It don't even matter. Yeah,
it's a Tuesday night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the kids is gonna have school in the morning. You gotta think back to when we was
been there, done that. We were still pulling up to the game.
I'm just saying,
we were still getting in that game.
We was gonna have to. I mean, if you gotta get out early, do what you gotta do. But they're gonna need us tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Tuesday. They're gonna need us. So, it's gonna take a team effort, all around balanced team effort. I will say, if the game's gonna go the way Key's saying it, Hadley kind of showing up and doing all the little things like he always does, but also making his mark on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
We open up from three big time when he does that.
Yeah.
Because as soon as he starts controlling the attention of the defense,
that's what I'm saying.
The coach is like, look, you're getting cooked by a small forward down here. it's gonna draw him in. That's when Ray Smith starts getting hot.
Yeah.
This is a game where Roos he's
he's been
been
stepping up too. Yeah, that's a fact.
Up in front of our eyes.
That's a fact.
James Scott
hit a 3.
James
Scott hit a 3.
He did. They say he practices that shit.
Which means that's in rotation when the shot clock's down and he is actually out there.
Yep.
If Hadley's down there too, that's what I'm saying. We don't play like 5 out really, but it's kind of like that. It gets set up that way.
As long as you're making your cuts,
yeah,
you can play that way. I see what you're saying, because when you think 5 out, we're not saying everybody stands and waits to shoot a 3.
Yeah,
we're saying everybody create an opening.
Yeah.
We want the 3, regardless.
We want
that's
the 3. Yeah.
But at the same time, when James Scott rolls, give him the ball, because statistics say he's the most reliable person. As soon as he touches the ball, it's going to go in.
Yeah, and I think he's number 2 either in the ACC or maybe the country dunks, if I'm not mistaken.
You know who I'm starting to I used to say like Rob Williams was like a ideal prototypical he was like a young Rob Williams. But you know who he kind of reminds me of?
Who's that?
DeAndre Jordan. You know, he's linky. He's not gonna kill you with just strength.
He ain't really like body nobody yet. He's been two-handed.
He's still young.
I'm not saying it's not possible, but I get what you're saying though, because he does get those type of buckets too, like the putbacks, the instant. You feel me? I'm going up with this. If I don't got this, I know I'm smart enough to kick it out. So I see what you're saying, and he's reliable to get on that rim when the ball's in the air.
Him and Terrence Edwards putting the emphasis on defense has fueled the last little bit of it. Takes the hope away from a team when, yes, we're killing you offensively. We're gonna offensively show up every game. That's Pat Kelsey's, go-to. We're gonna score. The thing is, once the defense starts playing the way they've been playing, that's why people, there's no ceiling for a team like this.
Yeah.
They're all grown. They all have everything to lose. It's their last run.
That's a fact.
And they're proud to have that Louisville across their chest. So, hey,
that's a fact. Which, I ain't gotta say nothing about that.
It's exciting times in the city. It really is. And I mean, the more recruits we get on campus for these type of games, that's why it's always important as a fan. It really is. You gotta show yourself well. Social media is a perfect example.
That's facts.
You gotta, especially and when you see these dudes out, show them love. Appreciate these dudes, because for them to have their heads straight and to not be too cocky during this run. They look like it's business every game.
Yeah, which makes it which makes it matter that much more, man.
Yeah.
Like especially when you got coaches out there to say Louisville's thugs, and
I know it's funny
as a recruiting tactic, but we ain't even gotta get into that.
It's funny how that narrative is getting created. That it's like, number one, national media, right? Because us being the type of people we are, we're gonna do our research regardless. Okay, like we're gonna look into it. We're gonna follow the right types of people to where we can know what's going on around our program. Mm-hmm. But the national media, I'm gonna keep holding the national media accountable. For us to be doing what we're doing right now, number one, Pat Kelsey, like who exactly deserves the Coach of the Year over him?
Talk about it.
5 right now.
Talk about it.
What are we talking about? Like where is there? Show me somebody, anybody. Like where it's like Mark Pope. Okay, that's who we wanted. Let's go with your guy, the one that thinks we some thugs. Okay, so
my guy's crazy.
They just lose to Vanderbilt.
That was crazy.
What are we doing? Who's the worst team that we've lost to this year? Don't say Kentucky. That's not me, Lane.
No, I'm not on that. I'm not on that.
But it's just Mark Pope's doing the same stuff Cal was doing.
Yeah.
Now Cal ain't doing the stuff that Cal was doing because he might lose.
Oh. All right, we're gonna have to wrap this up. We're gonna have to wrap this up.
I'm just saying.
Come on now.
Worst team we've lost to? What? Ole Miss?
Yeah. And they're not even.
Let me think of these losses. We lost to Tennessee.
Tennessee just lost the other day too.
But that was number one team in the country. They lost.
No, I'm saying I'm saying anybody can lose. That's what I was saying.
Like that, like watching that game, the atmosphere was crazy.
Yeah, it was a good game.
We lost to Tennessee. We lost to Duke. We lost to Ole Miss. We lost to Kentucky, and we lost to Oklahoma. So, worst team that we've lost to is
none of them is bad, bro.
Mississippi or Oklahoma.
None of them is bad though. SEC. It's sad to say, SEC is
it's
bust.
Flipped.
Yeah,
it's flipped. Usually it's
football and basketball. Yeah.
No, I don't know about that. I wouldn't go there.
My bad, Alabama went now.
The national championship just happened, and then you had Ohio State versus Notre Dame. Notre Dame is an ACC school. They're not. They're independent, but they play an ACC schedule.
Yeah.
Don't we play them in the ACC tournament?
Yeah.
In basketball, what are we talking about? They're in the ACC. And then Ohio State.
He's speaking facts.
So I'm just saying, like, that dominance in football is a different story. They might have the money down there, but it's starting to get spread around. When it comes to basketball, this year, somehow the SEC is deeper with contenders in the tournament. But as Louisville fans, we played it back in the Big East when you had damn near 10 teams in the tournament. That does not mean a damn thing come round one, because you can come out feeling yourself battle tested, but we wore each other out all year.
Yeah.
So when it came to the tournament time, I could think of 2 or 3 Louisville teams where I was like, they should definitely have went to the Final Four, and they just were so worn down by the time they got through the Big East, and it was like we losing in the second round.
Man,
first round.
Cincinnati games was crazy.
Yeah, but you got back when you think about that Big East, bro. Like when you think about the SEC now, yeah, you got Florida, Tennessee, Kentucky. They're okay, I guess. Texas ain't in the SEC. Yeah, they are. Texas is in the SEC. That's throwing me off. Oklahoma's in the SEC now too. That's weird. Like that's throwing me off.
It's like they adapted more teams to make the conference look better. Yeah. We ain't got to get into that, man.
Yeah, I mean, we ain't got to get into like the depth of it, but they're going to beat each other down, and the SEC tournament is going to be crazy. I will say that.
Yeah.
Whoever draws who, you can get God in that tournament. I still feel like Tennessee's just, yeah, they took their loss to Auburn, but Tennessee's the truth. They got a little bit of everything. I'll play them again though. I'll play them again. Right now, you know what Pat Kelsey would say. We focused on Wake Forest. The most important game in this program is on Tuesday.
No, that's a fact.
But we'll show up.
That's a fact.
I like to say that we can say we don't have to say we'll see. We'll show up.
We'll show up.
Like they're ready.
Man.
Wake Forest don't want none of that trouble.
And that's how we're gonna wrap it up today. 502 takers, we back in action.
Let's get that dub cards. Let's show up. Let's get the families out. L's up always. You know, we ain't doing no more of that down.